in an officer-involved shooting. Details in a live report.
New election results expected from the San Diego County Registrar of Voters office.
Too early to plan for Thanksgiving travel? Airport officials say no. The tips you need to know coming up.
This water tank in the Rainbow Water District is a game changer for fighting fires in rural San Diego County. We'll show you how.
San Diego seniors share the biggest changes in their lifetime, and some of their answers may surprise you.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
Tonight, 3 people are dead, including the suspect in a double murder in downtown San Diego this morning, just a block away from a busy courthouse and jail. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. Investigators say after shooting and killing a man and a woman, the gunman ran off and was later spotted in the Little Italy area where he got into a shootout with Harbor police officers. As CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes found out, the man was caught thanks to a bystander. Good evening, Kirsten.
Good evening. I'm here at Kettner and Ivy, where if you take a look behind me, you can see the next 2 blocks of Kettner Boulevard are closed, and so are the restaurants here like Juniper and Ivy, Urban Wood, and even the Crack Shack, because this is where police say the 26-year-old suspect fired at officers. That's when investigators say 2 Harbor police officers opened fire, killing the suspect, who they say is responsible for shooting and killing 2 other people less than an hour before.
Some gunshots and like 6 loud shots, boom, 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 boom.
Hunter says he was on top of a building working when shots rang out on Union and Ash Street below just before 8:30 this morning. CBS 8 was able to obtain these pictures and video. You can see police officers using life-saving measures on 2 now deceased victims who police identify as a 39-year-old man and a 31-year-old woman.
No, it's crazy. I mean, we thought it was construction. We didn't know about anything about it. It just stopped us all in our tracks, man. We feel sad, and it's just crazy that, the violence is just going around like this. And I just walked past here, literally right before I got to the top of the roof, I walked past this area, and then 5 minutes later, there's 2 dudes on the floor shot, so it's wild stuff.
I can't give out too much on them until my detectives have had a chance to make contact with the people who are associated with them.
Police say in this case right now, they can't say much to protect their investigation. But San Diego Police Lieutenant Judd Campbell tells us about 45 minutes after this double shooting, a bystander saw the 26-year-old suspect hiding in Little Italy.
Harbor police were in the area here of Juniper and Kettner, as you see behind me, when a citizen flagged them down. Essentially what he described is that he had seen a male ducked behind an electrical box. So the citizens flagged down Harbor Police and provided this information. 4 Harbor Police officers moved into the area and began addressing the person that they had been directed to. It appears the suspect did begin firing at them. He fired multiple rounds. 2 of the officers returned fire, striking the suspect. And as you know, one of the Harbor Police officers was struck in the thigh area.
This is a live look at the scene right now in Little Italy. We are still making calls to get an update on how that officer who was shot is doing tonight. At last check, we're told he's going to make a full recovery. Now, what police want you to know is that this was a targeted shooting, not a random act of violence, and that the suspect likely knew his victims. Now, when police release the names of the suspect, his victims, and the Harbor police officer who was hurt, we will share that information with you. Reporting for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Thanks, Kirsten. Today, Kaiser's mental health care workers are back on strike across Southern California, including here in San Diego. A union representing workers says they'll be on the picket lines through Friday at the Kaiser Medical Center on Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Those workers, including psychologists, social workers, and psychiatric nurses, first went on strike last month after their contract with Kaiser expired. They're asking for better pay and more staffing. Kaiser says it has already issued a strong offer to the union, adding it will continue to provide patient service during the strike.
Right now, a huge cleanup is underway after rushing water flooded condos in Allied Gardens last night. A water main broke at around 11 p.m., sending hundreds of gallons of water gushing through the Villa Fontaine condos community. You can see it there, just as some people were about to go to bed. People ran from their homes to escape, had to sleep in a temporary shelter overnight. Many returned this morning to get a look at the damage. We're told the repairs could take months.
New tonight, Thanksgiving is about 2 weeks away and quickly approaching, and San Diego airport officials are urging travelers to get ready.
CBS 8 Shannon Handy has some helpful tips to keep in mind and shares an update on that ongoing construction of the new Terminal 1.
Even though Thanksgiving isn't for a couple of weeks, airport officials say it's not too early to start planning ahead. The holiday is one of the busiest travel times here, and Terminal 1 is still under construction, adding to the chaos. Every year at Thanksgiving, we expect more people coming through the airport.
San Diego International Airport spokesperson Nicole Hall says come Thanksgiving week, 76,000 people are expected to pass through daily, an estimated 5% increase over last year.
We anticipate our busiest days to be that Tuesday and Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then the very busiest day is the Sunday following Thanksgiving, which is December 1st.
Holiday crowds are nothing new, but if you haven't been to the San Diego airport in a while, it's changed over the past few years. In 2021, construction began on a brand new Terminal 1. That's led to added congestion and confusion over new routes in and out, as well as fewer parking spaces. While the project won't be complete until 2028, portions of it are. Just this past August, the Terminal 1 parking plaza opened, adding some much-needed spaces.
We are so excited to bring San Diego just under 3,000 new parking spaces, about 2,800 parking spaces in the first phase. This next summer in 2025, we'll open up the second phase and we'll offer an additional 5,000 parking spaces.
Hall suggests people book parking in advance, saying bookings are already coming in for Thanksgiving week. If you don't want to Uber or park, there's a free shuttle service to the airport from the Old Town Transit Station. As always, give yourself extra time to get to the airport and through security. And if you don't travel much, make sure you're up to date on what the TSA restrictions are.
Go ahead and check out that TSA website. They have a whole list of information on what you can bring, not bringing liquids, the size of liquids that you can bring. And one of the things that they encourage, and we encourage too, is if you have things that you need access to and you're planning to check your bags, make sure that you put it in your carry-on.
Shannon Handy, CBS 8.
Thanks, Shannon. California Governor Gavin Newsom is in Washington, D.C. this week, seeking help from the Biden administration for federal protections ahead of the next Trump presidency. He met today with California's congressional delegation. Newsom's trip to D.C. comes days after he called for a legislative special session next month to prepare for litigation against Trump policies on issues including reproductive freedom, clean vehicle policies, immigrant protections, and disaster response. The San Diego County Registrar of Voters Office has released another batch of new election results.
We're watching a few local races that are still too close to call, including the race for mayor of Oceanside. That's a real nail-biter. Ryan Kime's lead over incumbent Esther Sanchez is now down to just 71 votes, and the county is still, of course, processing ballots.
Meanwhile, Measure G calls for raising the county's sales tax rate by half a percentage point. No has been leading since election night, and as you can see, it is still in the lead by nearly 30,000 votes.
In the city of San Diego, Measure E would increase the sales tax by 1% to generate $400 million annually for infrastructure projects and other city needs. It doesn't look like it will pass at this point, down 10,000 votes. The County Registrar of Voters still has about 77,000 ballots left to process, but we don't have a breakdown of how many votes are outstanding in the individual cities. More results are expected Friday night. Meantime, Larry Turner is conceding the San Diego mayor's race to Todd Gloria.
Mayor Gloria has already claimed victory. Turner released a statement today saying in part, quote, "Nearly half of the city voted for change. And my hope for San Diego is that this is a wake-up call to current leadership. The San Diegans deserve strong, competent, and transparent leadership that is not beholden to special interests." The latest vote numbers show Gloria ahead about 55 to 45%.
Democrat Representative Mike Levin, in the meantime, has been declared the winner in the 49th Congressional District. He'll be serving a fourth term in the House. The 49th includes North San Diego County and parts of Orange County. Levin defeated Republican challenger and car dealership owner Matt Gunderson with 52% of the vote. Levin was first elected in the 2018 midterms when he flipped the seat. And make sure to stay with CBS 8 for the latest on other local races. We'll have any updates posted on CBS8.com. You can also follow us on social media or download our free CBS 8 app. The second so-called doomsday fish found along the coast of San Diego County, that's still ahead.
Plus, why some California residents are expressing concern over a lack of snowplow drivers.
And the new tool helping crews save homes and respond to fires faster in rural areas. After this.
High pressure had us pretty mild for today. Also talking about clear skies out there, 65 degrees. That's the current temperature for downtown. As we are still clear, but things are going to change up in the forecast, bringing a chance of wet weather as well as some cooler temps. Details ahead.